Sean P. Diddy Combs, a businessman and the self-proclaimed bad boy of the hip-hop industry, seems to have taken his status as a bad boy in the wrong direction, as the news of what he allegedly did splashes all over social media. The 54-year-old is well known for his influence in the music industry. He's got a prominent record label that's brought music fans the pure artistry of music from the likes of Usher, Mary J. Blige, and even the legendary Notorious B.I.G. P. Diddy is widely considered one of the heavyweights in music, and he used that influence to scout out and nurture young artists. However, recent events have led many to believe that he's abused his power in the most perverted way possible. Yeah, he's reportedly been said to have been the nightmare of many young talents in the music industry. Not long ago, Homeland Security launched coordinated raids on residences owned by or connected to P. Diddy following accusations of rape and sex trafficking. Now, these accusations have opened the floodgates and sparked a storm in the entertainment industry, causing the world to consider the words and actions of Diddy in a new light, or in this case, a new dark side to Diddy. The alleged victims of Diddy claimed that he raped them and then made them have sex with other men while he taped the whole thing, essentially trafficking them. The first person to bring an official challenge to Diddy was Cassie Ventura, who was an artist under Diddy's management and his ex-girlfriend. Now, she accused Diddy of years of abuse, stating that he would often beat her, and at one point, he even kicked her in the face. Now, even worse, Cassie claimed that he not only raped her, he also made her have sex with sex workers in different cities while he watched. Cassie went on to claim that he used his power and influence to ensure her silence, and even threatened her career if she ever thought of exposing him. Now, she wasn't the only one who accused the award-winning artist of some pretty heinous crimes. Another artist by the name of Rodney Jones Jr. claimed that Diddy sexually harassed him by touching him sexually without his consent and making him perform sexual activities with sex workers, which Diddy recorded and watched. This recent flood of disgusting accusations leveled against Diddy has made the world reconsider what we know about Diddy. This means that people are looking back at artists who might have been unwitting victims of Diddy. Now, this has drawn a lot of attention to Usher, who's come out to speak on the recent issues involving a man who helped him produce his first album.
Moved to New York City, and I lived with Sean Puffy Combs for a year.
That's the crazy thing. Now, that was L.A. Reid's idea, right? We're sending you over to something called Puffy Flavor Camp.
There you go.
To learn
Flavor Camp.
Yeah,
Flavor
that's
Camp.
what it was called. And you're going to go to Puff Daddy's. He's going
In the 90s, do you understand what that's like?
Puffy's place was like just filled with chicks and orgying like nonstop, right?
No, not really. I mean, but hey, it was curious. I got a chance to see some things.
Yeah, but you were 13. What were you seeing?
I went there to see the lifestyle.
Right.
And I saw it. And it was but I don't know if I could indulge and understand what I was even looking at. It was pretty wild.
So nobody tried to, some woman didn't come along.
I didn't say that.
Okay.
I didn't say that. What I did say is that there were very curious things taking place. And I didn't necessarily understand it.
Biggie Smalls was there.
Biggie Smalls was there. Lil' Kim, Craig Mack.
All these people are hanging around.
Yeah, man. Faith Evans.
And your parents
Jodeci,
were
Mary
okay?
J. Blige. They didn't know nothing about this shit.
Oh.
I was having a good time. You know what I mean?
Does he have you doing any chores? Are you doing dishes at all? I mean, to keep you humble somewhat? Or are you just like, can you stay up till 4 in the morning with them and party?
I mean, I could. I actually stayed up longer than them.
And do you have money? What's going on?
I mean, I had like per diem.
Yeah.
I had like,
what
like a living.
life.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
14 years old. You're a dad now. Would you ever send your kid to Puffy Camp?
Hell no.
Usher stated that he experienced several things that a young boy would find weird when he stayed with Diddy, who had legal guardianship of Usher at the time. Now, when you listen to Usher speak, you kind of get the undercurrent of some sinister things that the man doesn't feel comfortable discussing. Now, this leads us to Justin Bieber, who was helped onto the big scenes by Usher. Now, Usher, who is Justin's legal guardian, would later introduce young 15-year-old Bieber to Diddy. So, Diddy invited young Bieber and his friend to stay with him in his mansion, where they had one of the weirdest interactions that looks even more suspicious with all the recent slew of sex trafficking and sexual assault allegations. Now, in the video, we can see Diddy showing off his cars and offering to give Bieber one when he comes of age. Now, he also slyly stated that he and Bieber would spend 48 hours together, and who knows what happened in what must have been a long 48 hours for the young kid. Now, fast forward to another awkward meeting between P. Diddy and Justin Bieber. A much older and more successful Bieber met up with Diddy in a studio, and this time it's easier to notice that Justin is not very comfortable around Diddy. Now, Diddy doesn't seem to realize that he's making the young man more tense the more he talks. But Diddy talked about how Justin didn't want to hang with him or return his calls. Now, he doesn't relent until a flustered Bieber caves in and gives Diddy his private number. Now, years later, Justin Bieber would later admit to being addicted to a lifestyle of parties, drugs, and Lord knows what else. A torn Bieber would sadly narrate how this lifestyle, which he undoubtedly picked up from Diddy, had him spiraling out of control before he decided to get his life back on track. It's uncertain whether Diddy had a direct impact on Justin Bieber's wild lifestyle, but one thing that is clear is that Bieber did not feel comfortable in Diddy's presence. And this leads us to ask what sort of scary things Bieber must have seen at Diddy's mansion in them 48 hours.
An escape for me. I was just young, like everybody in the industry and people in the world who experiment and do, just normal growing up things. But my experience was in front of cameras and I had a different level of exposure and people and I had a lot of money and a lot of things. So then you have all these people around me just kind of hanging on, wanting stuff from me, knowing that I was living this lifestyle that they also wanted to live, drinking, smoking.
It took Bieber some time to realize his life of the party lifestyle was affecting the rest of his life. The relationship with his friends, manager, his then girlfriend Selena Gomez, and even his own mom. Now, his fight against depression and substance abuse was a battle and a half, but at the end of it, Justin seems to have come out a better, cleaner man than he ever was before. Now, Justin Bieber's not the only celebrity that Diddy has left uncomfortable in his presence. The viral video of Diddy at Fabulous's party is making rounds because of how suspicious Diddy acted in that video. I mean, you can verbally hear him make some weird statements that don't really help anybody in the room feel more comfortable.
Mr. Lee,
yeah, I love this drink.
Where you put my bag
I like
at?
when you like this, Daddy.
Yeah, where you put my bag
Daddy,
at,
I like
Mr.
when
Lee?
you
It's
scrambling
right
and
here.
scraping for shit.
No, I
I
got
like
notes
that.
and shit. I've been practicing. I got
Yeah.
Look
Did you
back
miss
on
me?
where I became.
Did you miss me though? For real, because
I
saying
miss-
it seems like a thing.
I
with
miss
this
partying
birthday
with
party,
Puff, man. I
Man,
miss
but I'm
partying
talking about
with
for your birthday.
Huh?
Why won't you party with me for your birthday, man?
We partied for my birthday before. You came to my party.
No, but me and you ain't never really party. You know what I'm saying?
So, how is Diddy responded to these serious allegations? Well, the music mogul seems largely unbothered by all the accusations and even the raid. He certainly wasn't arrested in connection with any of the accusations that he's facing either. Now, his lawyer has issued a statement that his client wasn't arrested and that all the accusations are a baseless attack on his client, Sean Combs.